It's out. Ponting staying there. Well, I think it went in. I think it went straight in. Ponting's not going. Is Ponting going to go over and say to the fieldsman, did you catch it or not? No, he is not. Ponting is standing right there. This is the self-same guy who's been asking captains around the world to comply with that sort of scenario. I think they'll give him. I think they'll give him. I thought it was okay.
To the square leg umpire. Square leg umpire has said that he was unable to say that the ball went straight into the hand.
Well, there we are. The captain of Sri Lanka now going over. I've got to say that I thought it was hit straight into his fingers. His fingers then hit the ground and cleanly taken.
I don't think it showed that on the replay.
Well, we'll have another look. I'm sure with these replays, and we often see them whenever we see a replay like this. We've done exercises on the ground. That very seldom does a replay like this show anything other than a little bit of grass in front. There we are. That goes straight into. Look at his fingers. There it is. Fingers underneath the ball. For me, out.
Well, unless there's something radically wrong with my eyes, that's hit the ground before it's gone into his hand.
Right, well, Richard, I've got to say we'll have to do this exercise again because any of those wide-angle shots.
Sourav Ganguly thrown in the air, but nothing off the bat, obviously, according to Steve Buckner. Sourav Ganguly saying was a bat, and Steve says no.
There's another interesting decision. There's been plenty happening out there. It's come off his hip, and it didn't. Well, hang on a sec. Well, let's start off with the fact that it's come off his thigh pad and that he's missed it by a considerable margin. Oh dear.
That has been picked up on the big screen as well, so the Australian Port supporters are not appreciating.
He's gone. He ran into the bowler. Similar happened today. Campbell is down on the ground, but he bounced into the bowler. He'll have to go. Same thing happened earlier today with the run-out of Michael Bevan. Bounced into the bowler today, King, and Sherwin Campbell will have to go. Crowd doesn't like it, but that is the law. And Campbell run out. Two crucial setbacks for the West Indies in quick succession. The injury to Jimmy Adams and now the run out of Sherwin Campbell.
Always pretty unfortunate when things like this do happen, but the bowler is in his right to try and get to the ball. And Sherwin Campbell collided with him trying to get across. It may seem as if he was blocking him, but he has his right to try and get across to the other side of the pitch. Well, unfortunately for Sherwin Campbell, he slipped. It's 138 for 2.
Ugly scenes here at Kensington Oval as we come back live following the run out of Sherwin Campbell. Bottles are on the ground, the police are surrounding, and the Australians are going off the ground to a very hostile reception from the crowd following the run out of Sherwin Campbell, who collided with Brendan Julian in trying to take a run, and the Australians are leaving the field. They do feel that they are in some danger out there. The safety of the players must become, and a bottle coming very, very close.
Ball goes down to fine leg. We've been quite well, Andre. Oh, that was... No, he must. Well, he's got to realise he does. What is he flinging the bails for?
And why really did he do that? But the drinks on the field now when the umpire is really not conferring.
Has it carried? Peterson's not waiting, he's walking, and Dhoni's taken a good catch. Low to his right, Zahir Khan strikes, and India, they're having a good time of it.
Causing problems. Peterson outside edge and walked off. Looks back. Just have a look at the big screen. Has to play, and it just about carries. Oh my goodness me. Now, am I seeing things? Did that bounce?
Well,
I will have a look at this again. Peterson's going back. Am I seeing things? Did you see that?
Saw a bit of grass come up, definitely. Peterson's seen it on the screen and has wandered back out to the middle, but the umpire's already put his finger up. Simon Taufel, I'm fairly certain, had already put his finger up. First impression at full speed was that it was dodgy, but Kevin Peterson just walked off. He didn't even wait.
Well, the way I see it, you can, as an umpire, you can reverse your decision. Kevin Peterson actually walked off. I don't think he waited for too much of a decision. Here we are, let's look again. There's the outside edge. Watch carefully.
Definitely bounced. You can see a bit of grass. See it there. It's bounced there, even with what you'd call as a foreshortening of the angle. You can see a little bit of grass kicking up. And to my mind, that ball has definitely bounced into Mahendra Singh Dhoni's gloves. He wouldn't necessarily know, because as he dives forward, his eyes might not necessarily be on the ball, so he wouldn't necessarily know, the wicket-keeper.
I've seen that grass that you're talking about. He's not out. Peterson stays in. He's been 3/4 of the way off. Disbelief. They cannot believe that. I'm with you. He wouldn't know. The wicket-keeper. He thinks it.
And there we go again. And has it gone through? Or is it a bump ball? McIntosh is going nowhere. Tendulkar's taken the catch. Has he been given? He's starting to walk. In fact, he has been given. Full of length again.
Well, the Indians didn't waste any time. They'd seen enough of him in the first inning to realize that that's the way to go. Get him to play forward.
He's still not convinced, you know. He's still not convinced him, McIntosh. What do you think, Ravi?
I think it's out, because Ian Gold raised the finger straight away. And the way Tendulkar reacted after taking the catch. See, the fingers are under the ball here. Well, he's hurt himself, so he's leaving the field, but he's taken the catch cleanly. I think it's out, because Ian Gold raised the finger straight away. And the way Tendulkar reacted after taking the catch. See, the fingers are under the ball here. Well, he's hurt himself, so he's leaving the field, but...
And he has taken. Sachin Tendulkar's taken. A.B. de Villiers is unmoved. The umpire is unmoved. He reckons it's clipped the pad on the way to Sachin Tendulkar, and the Indians cannot believe it.
Well, incredible take either way from Tendulkar. Zahir Khan once again getting into the corridor of uncertainty. Has to be like this, and it's straight off the edge, and that's a brilliant catch. It did go pretty quick, didn't it, Shiva? That was always the big question. If it hit the pad, it would have been slow. That's just a regulation, Nick.
What was the batsman trying to indicate? And what a poor decision this is. Big outside.
4 overs, 2 for 17 his figures. Oh, well bowled. And he's given him. Oh, he's hit that. He's hit that for sure. It sounded to me as if there were 2 noises there. Now, whether it hit the pad first is the question, but certainly there's a big celebration going on there. The batsman taking a long time to leave. Have a look. Let's see what happened.
Well, it's a big inside edge, and now what McCullum does is say to the umpire, well, hang on a sec, why is he trying to catch it? And that's precisely what Gilchrist was doing. Hogg has another wicket against his name. That's a big inside edge which Gilchrist tried to catch off the pad. McCullum pointed out to the umpire, did him very little good. It's 8 for 166 and very unfortunate.
They're thinking it's a bunt ball. The Australians are thinking he's out. The Australians are even pointing to show him where the dressing room is, but he has no intention of going, and the umpire has no intention of giving him out.
Well, exactly. I'll tell you what, the umpire, Ian Robinson, he's got no doubt about it at all. He's nodding his head, saying it's a bunt ball. He's completely ignored it. The batsman never looked like moving, and yet the Australians all assumed very easily and very quickly there was no doubt about it. I'd have to say from that replay that I'd probably tend to back the Australians on this one.
Actually, that is very strange. He's pulled his shot and he's hit it straight to the man at mid-wicket, and for one instant I think he wasn't very happy about himself.
Brian Lara has to go. Keith Arthur is going in the other direction with not what you'd call a happy expression. And there it is.
No doubt that Lara was out of his ground, but the question is, did Healy break the stumps or did the ball?
Lara out there now. Watch the ball. There goes the hand onto the stumps, and watch the ball. It goes past the stumps.